Well, Tulsa's BOK Center is one of the best arenas in the world, and Oklahoma City is trying to keep up with its proposed new Thunder Arena, but that arena will be used for a lot more than just basketball if it's approved by voters. In this morning's The Hot Seat, Scott Mitchell explains what all it could offer.
Good morning and welcome to Hot Seat. I'm Scott Mitchell. This is Christy Gillenwater, the president CEO of the Greater OKC Chamber. Good to have you on Hot Seat.
Good to be here. Thanks, Scott.
News 9, News on 6 done a good job in talking about both sides of this issue of the arena tax, but I wanted to go a little different tack this way. The media narrative has largely been about basketball, the Thunder, but an arena has a lot more uses than just basketball. I was looking at some numbers about the BOK Center in Tulsa, top 20 for venues in the United States, top 26 in the world, number 26 in the world. So Tulsa has a decided advantage right now in terms of arenas. But help us understand, in your role as an economic developer, you're not a politician. There's lots of politicians in this particular campaign. But what does having an arena that can compete with BOK and Tulsa, say, mean for your job to bring jobs to Oklahoma City?
Great question, Scott. It means so much. You know, starting off, there are 365 days in the year. We all know that. There are approximately 41 Thunder games a year. So that leaves over 300 days a year where we can look at that arena as an asset. It's city-owned. Again, we plan to have it be city-owned moving into the future. So that's an opportunity for concerts, monster truck shows, my boys love those, to a plethora of other events. We also, not only do we help with economic development, but also specifically the visitor economy. And so we'll have conventions who come in looking at the arena as an asset to what they're trying to produce for their constituency. We also have a number of companies that when they are looking at Oklahoma City, we'll host them in the arena. We'll have the Thunder engage in that experience. And so you don't always see that in the numbers we project about the economic impact, but the sellability of our community of Oklahoma City based on the fact we have the arena, based on the fact that we have the Thunder is significant. But to your point, countless concerts. Right now, the way the Paycom Center has been, and again, it's a tremendous asset, but it limits us in the opportunities for certain concerts. Concerts today require a different construction. They require different signage. They require different entrance and exit programs. And we just don't have the facility to be able to meet those needs, particularly for some of the larger concerts. So being able to be more competitive in that space is a significant opportunity for us, which obviously helps our small businesses, our restaurateurs, and others who rely on the arena for the success of their business.
All right, so the city has developed this new convention center. I'm sure you work with them on that. But I read a statistic recently that the average age of an NBA arena is about 20 years, which is happening in Paycom. You once worked in Indianapolis. You know that the city of Indianapolis was involved in a NFL franchise that left Baltimore in the middle of the night. The mayor wrote a book 20 years ago, something like that, called Big League City. When you see a situation where a city might, like Seattle did or Baltimore did, lose a big league franchise, what does that do to economic development?
Oh, Scott, it's catastrophic. You know, and really watching Indianapolis rise after the Colts came to town, it was significant. And, you know, I don't think any of us want to wake up thinking about what things look like December 13th if we don't have a team. It would truly be catastrophic.
If you have a moment with somebody and they're undecided about this, what's your closing pitch?
Closing pitch, great question. So closing pitch is we need to continue our forward momentum. Let's keep OKC big league. Let's think about the economic impact of the construction phase, you know, $1.3 billion, 10,000 jobs. Let's think about the annual impact of 3,000 jobs, annual economic impact of 3,000 jobs a year, the small businesses that rely on the arena so that they can feed families here in the community, they can feed their employees and their employees' families. This is our moment. It's our moment as residents to continue, again, this forward momentum, to continue to invest in ourselves. And I would also remind people, this is not a tax increase. It's continuing the investment we've made in MAPS 4 and then just furthering that starting in 2028 with a 1-cent sales tax.
Christy Gillenwater, the president, CEO of Greater Oklahoma City Chamber.
Scott.
Thanks to you for being here. Help us take another look at another side of the narrative of this particular campaign. A lot of people feel strongly on both sides, but there's a lot to consider. And thanks for being here.
Thanks, and thanks to all the voters who are engaging in this. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Right.
Thanks for watching Hot Seat. See this again at news9.com and news on6.com, and follow me on my socials at Mitchell Talks.